Hello everybody, welcome back. Luke Hart here, head shaper at Forth. One of the shapers at Collab. Obviously I like to get on and do some board reviews. This one's slightly different. This is more of a clinic for broken surfers who are looking to get more out of their surfing. What I want to talk about is why these are better to own than shortboards in the UK. And I'm not saying there isn't a place for shortboards. Now, let me just set the scene. We all know that surfer who wants to surf his shortboard and everything. No matter what, they'll turn up to the beach, 1 foot, 12 foot, same board, high performance shortboard, because they're so scared of not being able to surf their best. I know from experience, and maybe you do too, that surfing different boards broadens the horizons of what's possible in any certain wave. So having the best board for the day makes the most amount of sense. You shouldn't be scared to change your equipment to make sure that you're better suited for the waves that you're getting on any given day. Now, you always have what you call an all-rounder or your go-to. And a lot of people, especially better surfers, they make that their high-performance shortboard. And I'm here to tell you today, it's the wrong thing. We've got a range for you. One of my favourite team riders, sorry everyone, nicest guy in the world, Logan Nicol, absolutely rips, lives in Wales. You know, you can see from Logan's footage in this video, it gets overhead, but it's not often. Usually it's kind of head high and just sort of fun shaped waves. And I have finally managed to convert Logan off of his shortboards as his go-to, as his everyday, and onto our Chili series. Logan rides the Chili Wrap, the Chili Jam, and the HP Chili. The only other one that we're missing from the range is the Chili Bean, but there's no real need for Logan to have a Chili Bean because a Chili Bean is someone looking for progression in their surfing who are used to riding longer boards. There's no real need for Logan to have that. From the very top level of surfer that we make boards for, all the way down to someone like myself, and even you know, believe it or not, there are probably surfers worse than me. We're all on that kind of board, feeling those benefits. So this is my Chili Jam. It's 35 litres, it's 5'10", kind of like a go-to shortboard for me. And then this is the HP Chili, which is for your person who's really doesn't want to go too far outside of the norm in terms of his normal shortboard. This is a Nuggie version, the Chili version of a shortboard essentially. It's got all of the excitement and thrills of the Chili range, but something that's packaged with a slightly longer rail line, so it's an easier transition of your shortboards. Again, the basis of the Chili range is they're really, really fast, they're really, really stable, and they're really, really forgiving. So Logan's been riding shortboards for absolutely years, and I put a Chili Jam and a HP Chili under his nose. They sat gathering dust at his place for months until he finally jumped on them after me pleading him, just give them a go. Put down the shortboards. He stepped away from his shortboards. He's had a good few months on these boards. He's completely addicted. He's taken them on trips. He surfs them all the way around home. And we caught up with him on the phone for a quick chat because I wouldn't have felt right doing this video without talking to Logan because he's such a fresh convert from shortboards onto the Nuggies in the Chili range. What I want to talk about is why these are better to own than shortboards in the UK. And I'm not saying there isn't a place for shortboards, but Logan explains it really, really well. So here's my chat with Logan, and yeah, here's him ripping.
Right, is that right?
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
What are you up to?
I am having a bit of a fucking R&R day. I've just been to the sauna and the ice bath. My Scotland last week, I 12 hours of driving home, straight back in the gym, surfing. I've tweaked my back and my neck's been stiff. So I was like, before there's a swell marathon coming in there. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll have a little bit of a chill. It's a little sports massage book this afternoon. I'm on my way to it now.
Nice. Well,
I haven't.
you look glowing.
Cheers, mate.
I mean, you've been ripping. I can't believe those clips on the HB Chili on that overhead day.
Yeah, and it was solid that day. Like that was proper, like our proper swell.
Yeah.
That was the board for it, if I'm honest. You're like a good partner because you've like given me the board and you were like, this, you're gonna love this board, and I was like, nah. But now it's my idea to go on the board, and I love it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And we're all
You
winning.
gave me the tools. It just took me a while to come around to it, and now I'm like, fuck, I don't ride anything else.
Nah. I just think that's what I always say to you. How good is Wales when you've got those little boards?
Honest to God, honestly, when the waves are pumping and they deserve a shortboard, that's when it's like fun to ride one. Same as in Scotland, it was fun to go back on a shortboard because those waves are like 4 shortboards. You know what I mean? That is the board is the most suited to that wave is a shortboard.
But what about
even
the
up
dump?
there, I kind of took the Nuggie in and had a really good session.
Yeah. You could have surfed the dump
It
on
was
the
sick.
Nugget easy.
You can serve any wave on that Nuggie. I'm telling you now, you can literally serve any wave.
So how do you day to day in Wales, how do you choose between your shortboards and the HP Chili and the Chili Jam?
Yeah, so my 2 boards on rotation in Wales is the HB Chili and the Chili Jam. If it's sort of like small, tight transitions, like tight pockets, or small and fat, you can kind of interchange the Chili Wrap with the Chili Jam. So if I want to do more performance-y surfing, I know that with the Chili Jam, there's going to be pumping between transitions. You know, that's just how my surfing is on it. Sorry, I didn't even answer your question then, but
No.
when I'm choosing between that and the Chili Jam, it's usually just height of the wave. Because the Chili Jam, the HB Chili will still go when it's small.
He does the same thing as me. Mate, all I do is fuck the names up of these boards constantly.
Yeah, sorry. It's Chili,
It's
Chili,
not
Chili. Fucking, I don't know.
So-
The HB Chili goes in anything, but I do like that when the waves are a little bit taller. Holds a little bit better.
And what's the difference between HP Chili and shortboard in Wales?
Steepness of the wave. The HP Chili is definitely like a flatter board. So if like the waves are tall, but they're a little bit flat, the HP Chili is class because you just fly through those transitions. But as soon as you start getting back, once you've got your speed and you get a little bit back footed, the tail of that board, something in the back of the board does all the work for you. And your turns can be as good as they would be on a shortboard. As I think I've shown, I think my turns look as good on that HP Chili as they do on my shortboard. And I don't even think it looks that much, which is so strange. I don't think it looks too short, even though it's a 5'10". And what's crazy is that the Nuggies are 5'9". And I don't think it looks stupid. I don't think it looks silly small or my turns look wrong because of the size. It's been an eye-opening few months of surfing the Nuggies for me. It's so good.
That's sick. This is why we're doing this. This is why we're doing this video. Oh yeah. So what fins do you use? Different fins to your shortboards or?
All my clips are 2+1. They're all 2+1. All the snaps, all the airs, they're always as a 2+1 or a quad. And the quad setup I use is only because that's the only quad setup I've got, which is the Almeric quads. They seem pretty easy to turn. They're the air flex ones. So they're quite stiff. But I am thinking of ordering some different quads, maybe even like the H4 quads. I think they might go quite good. The thing I've noticed most like that is when I ride the Chili Jam as a quad, I find the quad is insane. If the waves are like yesterday, I rode it as a quad. I don't enjoy turns as much when it's a quad, but for flying on the line and trying to air or just to go fast and like maybe do like a big kind of more of a rail turn. You even catch waves faster on it when it's a quad. It planes that good. It's like nothing I've ever felt before on a board. It's insane. But the 2+1 setup I use that I found is really good is the Performer 2+1. You know those ones, they would look like kind of big thruster fins almost.
Yeah.
They're obviously a little bit wider. I've tried the MRs in it and I found the MRs to be a little bit stiff and they just didn't turn quite as tight. So I've never ridden it as a thruster, normal thruster.
And what
I just
about
like
the
the drive
HP
that the 2+1 gives me. I just haven't wanted to switch it out.
What about the fins in the HP Chili?
Yeah, HP Chili, I've experimented, and at first I thought, I'm gonna go for I've got Medinas in an extra large, and I've got Performers in an extra large. And I thought, perfect, this board will like an extra large fin. But I actually found that the bigger fins sort of, you get maybe a little bit more drive when the waves are small, but it sort of like not slowed the board down, but it made it a little bit stiffer. I like the normal Medinas in a large, but I was using the Mick Fannons in that new construction.
Yeah,
they felt so good in that board. They felt really, really good until I snapped two of them out. I don't know if you've seen that clip. I've never had that happen before in my life, but I want to get another set of them. That board with those fins felt amazing. And that's what I rode when it was big, and they just held in perfect. They're just a really good fin, the mix, aren't they? You can't really go wrong with them,
Yeah. Oh, I've lost him. Look how I've lost him. Look at the screen.
Did you lose me deep in thought?
You just got a screen grab, a pretty good freeze frame. I took a photo of it. Right, so I'm going to give you a scenario, okay? Chili Jam, HP Chili, your favorite shortboard. You're only allowed one that you can surf at home ever again. Which one would you have?
Chili Jam, HP Chili, favorite shortboard. This is really hard because I'm in like a full love affair with Nugs at the minute. So that's actually such a hard question. If you said for the rest of this year, I would choose Chili Jam because I'm just loving it. If you said for the next 5 years, I would go HP Chili. So I think that's actually the most versatile board. I think the HP Chili is the most versatile. I could ride that happily in a heat. I could ride the Nuggie in a heat in the right conditions, but I could ride the HP Chili happily in a heat. Happily when it's like 6 foot, when it's 1 foot, it would work. Maybe I'd change up the construction. I'd love to try that board in an EPS. And then in 5 years, maybe I would be like, oh yeah, I'll stay with the HP, or maybe I'd be missing my performance shortboard. But I don't even think I'd be missing it. I think I'd be so stoked on the Nug.
So do you think it's mad? So obviously you're a pretty high level surfer, multinational champion, like GB squad, like ranked on the QS. Like, what would you say to someone who lives basically in the UK and rides shortboards and is scared of those Nuggies? Do you think that you lose performance, or do you think you gain performance in the right places?
It's so hard to tell people this because I was exactly the same I'm such a hypocrite because I was exactly the same as everyone else. You all, if you look at it on like a percentage scale, if I was going to do my best turn, if I was on a 3 foot wave and I was going to do my best turn, I would maybe do that turn 5% or 10% better on a performance shortboard compared to those other boards. But then all the other stuff, like my flowing through turns, in between turns, maybe even my airs, all that stuff, I probably do 20 to 30% better on the Nugs. So in actual fact, to have like an overall, whereas like all that in between stuff, maybe I'm doing that at like 70% on my shortboard, But then the one turn is 100% the best turn I can do. That's going to be on my high performance shortboard. But then if all those Nugs are probably keeping me surfing at about 80 to 90% of my ability in all waves, that is actually an overall better outcome. And my surfing looks overall better on those boards, if that makes sense. When I go for a big turn, I think it looks just as good on those boards. And even like airs are easy. Everything's just easier on them, But you have to I've had to go through the process to understand that. I've had to slowly work my way onto those boards. There's a lot of boys that I've surfed with so many boys who are die hard. They just want to surf their high performance shortboard. And I'm hoping that them seeing me surf these boards is going to be like, oh, actually, you can surf good on like slightly different looking craft. But then I was watching Joe and rip on them, and I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But now I've got loads of ideas of like, I want to get like a hybrid between the Chili Jam and the HP Chili, and like it just makes me want more and more and more like different stuff.
We've got one. Like, so
Bro, I'm
just like a year ahead of you on it, on that journey.
But just give me the finished. I don't want to help R&D it. Just give me the finished product. Let Joe do that. Whatever he's having you develop on this thing, it's worked good.
Sick. So this year, when I say we're going big, it's not an understatement. We're going fucking massive because you haven't even tried the new tech yet. We as UK surfers embrace what we're about when it's good with those boards. It will translate into our shortboard surfing anyway, because I don't give a shit what anyone says. Surfing small waves is way harder than surfing good waves.
Bro, it's so hard. It's so hard to surf small waves.
So I spoke to Cal Thomas.
Yeah.
We want to, you've seen the UK pump series we do where we just go to the beach with everyone and just, it's a full expression session.
Yeah.
I want to do a Wales one with you, Pat, Cal, fucking everyone, Eli, Alice, just all the best Welsh guys, because I think that the Welsh crew, no one knows. It's like this secret thing where it's like they're legit as good as any other crew. Like they're as good as the Newquay crew, as good as the whole Cornwall crew, really.
Yeah.
And like, but no one kind of knows. We just want to do a edit where come Wales for two days, or maybe even just 1 day of filming, and just get you lot all together in the same place in the water, just absolutely blowing up.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got crazy, crazy swell coming.
All right, well, just keep us in the loop because we're keen to
Yeah.
come up in it, Joe, and we'll come up with like all our camera gear and just I can't even surf, so I'll just film the whole time. It would be sick to get a Welsh clip up if you lot wanted it. Anyway,
I get so jealous that I'm like not in those edits. I just want to be surf. They look so fun, all the surfy boys now.
I'll send it over on YouTube so you can have a little look. But you're in one video, so
Yes, yeah, sick. Made the cut.
yeah, man. All right, hopefully see you next week. I'm being serious. We'll come up. Just let us know.
Yeah, legend, bro.
All right, nice one,
Keep
bro.
in the loop.
Head
Nice
to-
one, Harty. Bye, bye, bye. After the chat with Harty, gonna try change out the twins to extra larges. Apparently it works as a thruster. I don't believe him. But the board isn't the best on my backhand, so let's see. Yeah, Medina XLs. In the Nug. Sport, no, windy left. And I haven't really got backhand on the Nug one, so chatting to Harty, I'm gonna try like a normal thruster set, but extra large. Like it looks super fun. Hoping this will just help it pivot a little bit more. Interested to see how the drive will be, whether it's still drivey, but yeah, the waves look fun, so get in there, try it out. Just back from that surf, the waves were dreadful. What a board, what a board. Hate to say it, the wizard was right again. Harty was spot on. Thruster setup, normal thruster setup, goes amazing. I had it down as kind of, you know, being a good all-rounder with a 2+1, but then if you want a little bit more drive, putting the quad in. But yeah, surprised again by this shape, just class. I think the extra large fins gave it some drive, gave it that drive that that you know, the other setups also had. But with that bigger middle fin, you had that kind of shortboard pivot that maybe was sort of missing on that board, you know, to do sort of your kind of best sort of turns. I maybe thought before I wouldn't be able to do it on that board, but yeah, I'm really excited to surf it a little bit more, especially on my forehand as a thruster setup. Stoked, really happy with the board. What a shape. Probably be riding that thing in heats now, I think. So yeah, sick. Legend, Harty. Cheers, bye.
If you want to know more in detail about all of the Chile range, they've each got their individual videos. Just search them on our YouTube page, and I do a deep dive into the Chile range boards separately, so you can really find out all the nuances of design and which one will best suit you. Or you can have a look on our website as well. This video is mainly about showing you that at the top level of surfing, they're finding that they're surfing better in the UK on these boards, as in more performance. Therefore, someone with lesser ability, it makes complete sense that you own these boards because they're built for your waves to get the most out of, not just for really good surfers, but to make surfing easier, which will benefit people like myself and the average weekend warrior who are just looking to have fun every time they go in the sea. What else, Joan? You're an advocate. You're a converted good wave surfer. I'll ask the same question as I asked Logan. You're allowed one board to surf at home, Chili Jam, HP Chili, or your favourite shortboard.
What, one board for the rest of the year, or
Yeah. Well,
rest of time?
I'm saying one board for the rest of the time.
The way I'd break it down is, I know the majority of my surfs in the last year at home have been way better suited to a Chili Jam or a Nuggie board than my standard shortboard. Maybe 10% of the time I'd want my shortboard. So just working on that percentage, I'd definitely go with a Chili Jam.
Over HP Chili as well.
I've never had a HP Chili, so I don't know.
Yeah. How about Chili Jam Pro? Could be the happy medium.
You miss the novelty though.
Yeah.
I'd think I'd just go Chili Jam, honestly.
Yeah. See, and these are surfers that, you know, you can check our page, you can check our Insta. These are guys like, they're doing big airs, they're getting big barrels. These are top level British surfers. I don't want to like bang it into people, but it's like, how do you help people? I can surf this board and you can surf this board. So why would either of us want other boards?
I think it's like a mental block for a lot of people. For me, it came at a perfect timing because you gave me mine just after I came back from Indo.
Yeah.
And I was kind of struggling on my shortboards on the normal sessions at home, and then you just put that in front of me, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
Like, made every surf fun, and you could go fast on it, you could do turns on it, and it kind of gave me what I had from my trip, but at home, even in the weaker waves.
Yeah, oh, that's nice, yeah. Do you know what, this whole episode feels pretty salesy, but like I just want to be the result of people realising that shortboards aren't the answer. You know, if you embrace where you're from and what our waves are and who you are as a surfer, these are the sort of things that in design, on paper, as a shaper, make the most amount of sense for high performance. We've worked out, as a UK shaper, I've worked out how to utilise as much foam as possible in small enough packages so that people surf better, not that people accept they can't surf a certain way because they're not on a shortboard. And I think Logan proves that in Wales, and I think you prove that in Cornwall. And, you know, maybe there'll be a slight argument for the everyman who's got a perfect reef on their doorstep. Equally, go to a perfect reef of HP Chile, you know, you're going to find it hard push to have more fun surfs on that board. So I hope that's clear. Just check the boys surfing on these boards and put yourself in that position, because you can have 510s with 35.5 litre foams that catch waves like an absolute dream, and you still don't have to lose the aspiration of hucking your first ever air or absolutely smashing the end section with a big Larry. That doesn't have to leave the realm of possibility for you. And that's why we've designed the Chile range. So if you're not sure which board in the Chile range would suit you best, give us a shout, or have a look at the information already available, and then pop an order through on our website. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the channel. The growth of it's been epic. It's been really, really cool. Hope to see you in the water soon on a Chile series board. Chile Jam. I'd go for the Chile Jam. See you on the next video, where we will talk about how good Chile Jams are again, probably. Bye, everybody.